Okay, we have a show coming up. We've got a new subscriptions total.
We've had an unexpected visitor this week.
We sure did. And we're going to talk about some old shows.
And words that Papa doesn't understand.
I'm educated, but there's just some things I don't understand. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Laugh track echoes like a storm in a tin. Papa Mojo's got a grin so thin, jokes so sharp they could slice through air. Pull up a chair if you dare. It's Papa Mojo's Comedy Corner tonight. Laugh so wild they'll take flight. Knee slappers and gut busters all in sight. Papa Mojo's Comedy Corner tonight.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Papa Mojo's Comedy Corner. I believe today is March 14th, 2026, and my name is Papa Joe, also known as just regular old Joe, and with me is our co-host, Michelle.
Mama Mo.
And there she is. And so what we have a great show. We've been watching some old shows.
Yeah.
And as Mama told you in the beginning there, we had an unexpected visitor come to the house. Now, do you remember as a kid, did you ever have an imaginary friend?
Possibly.
You did? Yeah. Well, mine was the Sasquatch. I know. Fucked up, but that's who
Wait
it
a
was.
minute. He's still your imaginary friend.
Right? And he's still my imaginary friend. I'm 63 now, but that's okay. And so, he stopped over the house. And there he is. Got a nice little picture of him. He decided to jump on the ham radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a unique dude. Unfortunately, we had to get rid of that chair. You have to remember something. Sasquatches do not wipe.
Oh,
So
that's what I smelled when I got home from
that's
work.
exactly what you smelled. So now you're starting to come into my imaginary world. Scary stuff. Okay, so with that going on, we also had something fantastic happen. As we talked about in the beginning, we have a new subtotal. And are you ready? Drum roll. 8,871 subscribers as of this recording.
Absolutely amazing.
Unbelievable, guys. Let's hit 10,000. Man, I want to just, let's fight through it all. Let's get to 10,000. And we're going to try some stuff after we hit that. So we are definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been what a ride already.
Man, just July.
I know.
It's crazy stuff, man. Just since July.
It's been about 8 months.
8 months, man. Almost 10,000 subscribers.
that's
You guys
crazy.
are amazing. We're so grateful.
Thank you so much.
So grateful. And hey, you know what? Share the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Share the channel. Okay. Let's get the subscribers up there. The more numbers we can get, the more legitimacy that we can show certain people, maybe in the entertainment industry, that we want comics to come on and do interviews with us. So, and we're not professional. Half the time we don't know what the hell we're doing, but you know what? We're having fun.
That's
and
right.
I think that's all that matters, right, babe?
Yeah.
So let's just continue it, and we'll just have a good time. We've been watching some old TV shows. Again, that's what we do.
Yeah.
I'm a retired dude, so I got time to do that. And plus, I have my own projects that I work on around here. But I've been watching a lot of Star Trek and Andy Griffith. Now, who would have known that there was a connection between the Star Trek, the original series from the 60s, and the Andy Griffith Show?
Who knew?
Who knew? Okay, so we're gonna explain that to you real quick. So there was a character on Star Trek named Mr. Spock, played by Leonard Nimoy.
Who I always called Dr. Spock.
Right.
Because I was not a Trekkie
Right.
until I met you.
Yeah. Dr. Spock was the baby
The
doctor.
baby doctor.
Right, yeah. So no, that was the baby doctor. This was the science officer on the
Yes.
Starship Enterprise.
Mr. Spock.
Now, can you imagine for 1 minute that the character on the Andy Griffith Show of Goober, okay, which was played by George Lindsay,
Cousin Goober.
Cousin Goober, as Mr. Spock on Star Trek? Can you
Well,
imagine that?
no.
Okay, well, guess
No.
what? He was hired by Gene Roddenberry for that role.
Wow.
And so he was the first choice to be Mr. Spock. And what ended up happening was he got the call that he was going to play Gomer Pyle on the Andy Griffith Show.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Andy Griffith had gone to some, I don't know if it was a show or something, and this is all off the top of my head. And he saw, what's his name there? Jim Neighbors. He saw Jim Neighbors, and he said, that is the perfect Gomer Pyle. And he ended up giving him the role. And then they had George Lindsay come back and became Cousin Goober. And that's how.
Yeah.
And then...
But he turned it down because he was expecting the role on Andy Griffith.
I think so, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he turned it down. And so how crazy is that? That would have been wild, okay?
Yeah.
But, you know, stuff...
And once you see him in that role, it's hard to imagine him in any other role.
Right.
Especially a serious role like that.
I don't think a lot of those actors can never overcome those roles.
Yeah,
that
they get
play.
typecast.
They got typecast.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them, you know, hysterical, you know, if you ask me. So anyway, that was just a really cool, you know, fun fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we just wanted to get that out there to you guys. And if you didn't know, now you know. And if you don't believe me, look it up. But anyway, so that was, you know, that little fact there. So, you know, and what else happened to us, honey? We've done a lot of goofy stuff, you know.
Oh, I used some vocabulary words that you're unsure of.
You know.
I looked out the kitchen window yesterday, and I said, "Boy, the sky looks ominous."
And I'm going, and I really, in all seriousness now, because I said, please don't use words I don't understand.
Right.
I don't know that word. I've never heard the word ominous. What is it?
Ominous.
Ominous. I don't even know how to fucking say it.
Ominous.
Ominous. Am I saying it right?
No.
Jesus Christ. See? You think I'm kidding. I'm not. And so she used this word, and I'm like, what, you know, I just didn't understand it. So let me explain something to you, okay? My father, all right, who, you know, right from the old country, right from Sicily, let me tell you what he used to tell us when we were kids. He used to grab his head like this and go, oh, it's my hair, it hurts. My hair hurts. Sometimes he'd say it in Italian, sometimes he'd say it in English, but he would say, oh, it's my hair, my head hurts. And guess what that meant? There was a storm coming. And I'm like, is he a gypsy? What the hell's wrong with him? And sure as shit, a freaking storm would come. And one time we were supposed to go to a park. We were supposed to go to a park where there was swimming and stuff like that. And we didn't go because his hair hurt. Right? You know, you're a kid, you know, and we didn't go. And wouldn't you know, about an hour later, this massive torrential rainstorm came down, and it was sunny, 80 degrees out, and he knew it was going to, yeah. So now, what caused it? It took me a long time to finally figure it out. Now, you guys, see if you did this when you were in school. When we were in grammar school, we had projects that we used to do, like these little science projects, and one of them was we built a barometer. And what we had to do was take one of our hair, right here, and you'd stretch it out, and I don't know, and I remember doing something with a needle, and we tied the hair on one end and a thing on the other end, and what would happen was when the moisture in the air would change, the needle would move like this, because your hair expands and contracts, I guess, with
the humidity.
And I didn't know that. Well, that's what my father was trying to say when he said but it would affect his scalp. He'd get like a tingling feeling and he would say that his hair hurt. And we thought he needed some psychiatric help, you know. But that was something, man. That, you know, I can close my eyes and remember that, and I'm like, you know, what was that other word?
Mitochondria.
Yeah. Now, what was that about? What,
Oh, you were having a conversation with Alexa.
I was.
Oh boy, guys, if you don't think that your smart devices
Guys
are
or gals.
listening to you, let me just tell you, there are things we have only spoken in this house not looked up online, not gone to any websites or anything, only spoken about. They come up in your Facebook feed. They come up in advertisements online. And you wait until you hear what Alexa had to say to him.
So I was screwing around, and I said, I went, hey, I don't want to say it too loud. Hey, you know who? I said,
Yeah, because she'll answer you.
she'll answer me. And I says, hey, I says, what happens if because I had let one loose, okay? And I says, is this dangerous? I said, well, hey, Google,
It's dangerous for me,
right, it's dangerous for her.
absolutely.
I said, what happens? I said, can I get sick smelling my own fart, right? And what did it say? It said something.
She said something about
It's healthy.
it's almost healthy, and something about mitochondria in the cells.
Mitochondria in
and
the
this
cell,
and
and
mitochondria.
mitochondria. Am I saying it right?
You are saying that right.
Okay. Well, I guess it's a healthy word, or is it
It's the powerhouse of the cell.
the powerhouse of the cell, and that has to do with your own flatulence. And I'm like, I didn't
Not
know.
really, but
Well, it did something.
Yeah.
It was the craziest.
it was definitely part of her explanation.
So I said, hey, AA, I said, thank you. I feel smarter now.
I mean, you said it, that makes me happy to know. Or
Right,
something.
yeah, that's it. It makes me happy to know. And that thing said, well, now, wait a minute. We wrote this down because I couldn't believe it. It said, I got to read it. It said, I says, well, I'm happy. And it says, and this thing said, oh, like when you got with your fishing lures, your whopper popper and
Your rooster tail.
which I had bought on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And it said how you like, what it makes you happy about controlling your lights
Mm-hmm.
and the 78-degree thermostat.
Yeah.
And
Yes, we keep our house at 78 in the winter.
well, because I'm on blood thinners and I freeze my ass off. But can you believe that this thing started to carry on a conversation with me about my stuff?
Yeah. So we used to have Google, and Google got a little too personal.
Yeah, personal.
So we shut the microphone off on the Google, and we got in Alexa.
Right.
I won't say it loud because she's upstairs listening. And it used to be that you could ask a question, it would answer you, it would stop listening. Well, it did an update, what, about maybe a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And now it continually carries on conversations, and it doesn't just answer your questions, it elaborates. It's like carries on a conversation. It tries to engage you in a conversation with it.
And it also engages the television.
Yes.
If the television's on, it starts to talk to that. It's
Yeah.
just crazy, man. I don't know.
Every once in a while, you'll look over and you'll see the little bloopy bloop.
Yeah,
and
the
you'll be
little- there's a little-
that you know it's listening.
it's a blue, like
Little blue wave.
wave at the bottom of
Yeah.
the little device, and you can tell it's listening to you. But yeah, it's just
But
crazy.
yeah, when
man.
it said, "Oh, it makes you happy," like when you go fishing with your whopper poppers and your rooster tails.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's like we just stared at each other, jaws open.
Yeah.
Like, and then I don't think either one of us said a word for 10 minutes because we didn't want it to.
Yeah, the
listen
thing had to
to
shut
us.
up. Yeah, we had to wait for the blue thing to go off. But that was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man.
It was a little bit too much.
Yeah, yeah. So watch what you say
Oh, my
around your
gosh.
house. Yeah, because we don't.
Yeah.
I mean, we search stuff and we
Yeah.
and we we watch videos and we research stuff. But man, this thing knows your purchase history. It knows, because when you buy on Amazon,
Yeah.
it's everything.
And we certainly have not talked about whopper poppers and rooster tails in
No.
a very long time because it's the middle of winter here.
Yeah,
So I mean,
but everything is connected.
Yeah.
Everything is connected.
it's got it all in its data banks.
Oh, I was driving. I was driving in my truck. I had my phone connected to the what do they call that?
So the Android Auto.
Android Auto,
Yeah.
right? And I was also wearing my smartwatch, because I like to monitor my ticker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm driving and I'm listening to some tunes, and all of a sudden my watch started vibrating, and I look, and if I was to take my fingers and go like this, it was changing the song. So I was actually.
Oh, you have the gestures on.
Yeah, the gesture was on, and I didn't know this, but I was changing the song on the truck stereo with my movement of my fingers because it was doing it through the watch
Yeah.
and through Android Auto. Oh my God.
You can turn that off.
Yeah, I know, but it was fun to fuck with. I played with it a little bit, but yeah, that was weird. That was so weird. But man, speaking of Alexa and purchases and Amazon, you're gonna love this one. We had a pickup to do at a store, and we had a return to do for Amazon. So we went, and you know,
I'm a Kohl's addict.
yeah.
So I like to do
I
Kohl's.
really didn't, yeah, that was something, you
Yeah.
know, and I really didn't want to be there that long, you know, and so we ended up. I walked over to the Amazon area, and I dropped my stuff off, and Mama just said, "Listen, I'm going to go look at a few things." I says, "Okay, I figured, well, that turned into 2 hours."
Not quite, but
Close
it
enough.
was a while.
So now, you got me. She's going in and out of a fitting room, and I'm standing there
In the ladies
in
department.
the ladies' department, and not just the women's department, but the ladies' department.
Yeah. Where the fitting
ladies'
rooms are very
area.
close to the intimates
Yeah,
section.
the sections. And then I'm starting to look at these mannequins, right? And I'm like, man, can you imagine working here, right? And you're the one that's got to dress that thing. Now I'm going, I don't know if I could do
But
that.
to be fair, I do think it's probably the 65, 70-year-old ladies that work
I
there
would
that dress
hope
the
so.
mannequins.
I said, oh my God, I couldn't do that. I mean, I could not. I mean, all of a sudden these things, and I felt kind of dirty standing there. I really
Although you did say they need to put a bench outside these waiting rooms for men to wait for their wives.
I wish they would have put a bench out there for me to sit on. But man, that was just crazy. All of a sudden, you're looking at these images of these things. I'm like, oh shit! And they are. I mean, it was like, come on, guys. If you're my age, don't tell me that you didn't look through the JCPenney's catalog, okay, and the Sears catalog, okay.
Right.
Don't tell me you didn't do it, because I sure the fuck did. And man, I liked what I saw. So, but that's here nor there. But man, I thought that
They don't
was
have
something.
those catalogs anymore.
They don't have them anymore. But man, they were
don't.
fun to look at. Believe me, I wasn't.
That's how we used to do all of our back to school and Christmas shopping.
Yeah,
We'd
I
go
wasn't
through the
reading.
catalog
I
and
wasn't
circle
reading
what
the
we wanted.
articles. Let's put it that way. Okay,
Yeah.
I was not reading the articles. So let me see here. What other shows did I think I was watching?
Oh, we were watching Emergency this morning.
That's
That was
right.
that was our most recent.
That was the last.
We'll get on a kick. We've watched all of Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah.
We've watched every episode of Andy Griffith, Perry Mason,
Star Trek.
Star Trek. We'll
Oh.
get on a kick and we'll just go through the series.
And
So,
I watched all 8 seasons of Quincy
Yeah.
with Jack Klugman. I love
Yeah.
Jack Klugman. As a matter of fact, I was trying to get a hold of Jack Klugman at one time to either, get an autograph or something. And I think it was his son that got back to me and said, my dad, I don't know, was sick or something like that. And then later on, shortly after that message, he passed away.
Wow.
But yeah, I almost, got in touch with him. I wished I would have. We also, I won't mention any names, but because I don't want, I don't want to invade anybody's privacy. But we sent a note to an actress, and hopefully she'll even see this, and just to put a smile on her face. I guess she's going through some stuff. And I'm not going to get into anything. It's personal business, but we don't ask for anything in return. If we send a note out to somebody who's maybe, famous and has a million subscribers, we're not asking anybody to do anything with our channel. It's strictly there. Those shorts are there. Have some laughs, have a good time. And speaking of those shorts, we are automatically scheduling videos to go up every Tuesday and every Friday.
Right.
Automatically. There's videos that are already uploaded into YouTube. Those we are in advance to July, I believe. I don't 7th?
Something like that.
Something like that, to July 7th. So we have jokes scheduled, okay? All
Yeah.
of the rest of this month, April, May,
June and half of
June,
July.
and half of July almost. So we're way ahead of the game there, and which is great because that
And
just
there's more. I mean, there's more. Every day he comes up with something more. So
I try, and sometimes I'll hear something and I'll change it up a little bit, but it's always best when this little character tells the joke. Remember I told you about this? My nephew made this for me. But anyway, we sent this girl and it's a girl, and we sent her a message, and we just told her that, here, put a smile on your face.
yeah,
If you look, there's over 200 jokes on there, 200 videos, and we have these videos. We have the backstory of Joe Bruno and his family and his antics, and which we're still going to develop more. But if anybody watches, you're not going to agree with everything. Nobody's going to agree with every joke we write. Nobody's going to agree with any story we tell. Some people might find things funny. Some people won't. There's no reason to be nasty about it or leave a nasty comment because we're going to take those down. That's not what we're here for.
we're just here for laughs.
Just for fun.
Smiles.
And if we get one person, one joke out of everything that we do, one person, one joke, and if they're happy about it, we've done what we wanted to do. We've set out.
Yeah.
This was all for that, okay? And I don't know if that makes sense to you. It makes sense to us. And so that's why we do this. And we're just doing it for fun,
Yep.
for laughs. Everybody goes through shit. Everybody has issues. Mama got some bad news today. We won't get into it. But she got some pretty bad news. And you know what? And I said to her, we don't have to do this video. And she says, no, I want to. I want to. And even though, a little loss in the family,
Yeah.
yet she wanted to do this. And so I said, fine. That's her escape. That's what,
That's what we do. That's what we're here for.
that's what we're here for.
We're here to
So-
make you LOL.
Oh.
How's that for a segue to our next
That's
talking point?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Another
So,
one of Papa's pet peeves.
This is not a pet peeve.
well, no, it's
kinda-
something that we just kind of realized.
It's aggravating.
It's really come up a lot in the last week or so.
It's aggravating to me. Okay. Things are starting. People are starting to talk and type. Well, not really typing. I can't say that. Talking in text.
Yeah.
Okay. I was in the store, the grocery store, and this young girl was talking on her phone, and she went, "Oh wow, LOL," and I almost shit. I said, "What?" I go, "Did she just say like laughing out loud, or didn't even do the laugh, but just said LOL?" People are starting to
Talk in text.
talk in text form. They're not even, everything's being abbreviated. And I started to notice a lot of it when they say POTUS,
Yes.
President of the United States. Instead of saying President of the United States, they say POTUS.
Mhm.
Okay? Or
SCOTUS, that's what's the Supreme Court.
yeah, SCOTUS or something,
Yeah.
Supreme Court of the United States. Just like everything's abbreviation. And I'm like, this is crazy. I don't understand it. I don't talk
Well, you
like
got
that.
irritated when they abbreviated Good Morning America to GMA.
You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. It used to be Good Morning America. Now it's GMA. Really? You can't say
Too many syllables.
Can't say the 3 words?
Yeah.
Can somebody not read the cue card? Okay, that they recognize a letter? I'm floored with it. I really
Yeah.
am. And I don't think I don't know, but that's just something for me. I just think it's very strange. And then I was talking to a buddy of mine about it, and you know what he told me? He goes, Joe, he said, we had our time. He goes, this is their time now. This is that next generation. It's their time to do with it what they think is best. We did what we wanted to do, and we did what we thought was best. And I said, well, there's at least a couple things that you can take away from that. Listen, I'm a child of the 70s and 80s, and I don't care what anybody says. You can disagree with me, you can get mad at me, I don't want you to, but you can. But man, we had the best fucking music, the best movies, and the best comedians, and the best, man. It was the best. And you know, never, never, never to be reincarnated. I hope so. I hope someday music like that comes back. I really do. But I don't know.
It's a new generation.
It's a new generation, and it's all yours. And just don't fuck it up. You know, that goes for our 6 grandchildren and even our children. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just hope that I hope it's okay. I really do. I don't know, but I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. So yeah, that was a good segue. And then so we were watching Emergency.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the show we were watching. And I got to tell you guys, man. So we're watching this show, and I'm going to tell you what happened. I guess these 2 guys were hiking, and one of them fell off of a cliff. Okay.
Fell down into the ravine.
Into the ravine. And obviously, California, they got to talk about fire. You know what I mean? So there was a fire, and the wind changed direction.
And it was coming right towards them.
It was coming right towards. It's going to be there in 20 minutes. It looked like it was 100 miles away.
Miles away.
Right? And it's going to be there in 20 minutes. That's going to get them. So they find the boy. He was only a 16-year-old boy. And they found him in the bottom of the ravine. Now, he was laying there, arms stretched out, all the way out like this, stretched out. His left leg was straight, and his right leg was positioned as if it looked like the number 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was
the perfect landing.
the perfect landing.
At the
Me,
bottom
I
of
would have
the
been like
ravine.
this. That's how they would have found me in the bottom of the ravine. But him, perfect landing. So now they find him. They go down, they flip him over, and I looked and I went, is that fucking John Travolta?
Sure enough.
I heard him. He goes,
As soon as he opened his mouth, he knew who it was.
yeah. He goes, I'm all right. I don't want the drugs. I'm like, that's John Travolta. And he was fucking cool. He was cool in that role. I said, oh my God, no wonder why he became a star. Just that. And his name didn't appear till like 4 pages after the end. You know what I mean? He had no billing at all. And he looked good. He looked good at the bottom of the ravine. And he looked good. And they turned him over and they asked him if he wanted a pain pill. And he goes, I don't want the drugs. I'm like, oh, fuck me, man. This guy was cool. He really was. And no wonder why he became the star that he became. You know, because that's not how they would have found me. I would have been all contorted with a bone
like a
sticking out of, like a pretzel, But yeah, that was the show. And it was crazy. And that show there, how crazy is this? The actors, let me think. The actors that were the 2 main characters were Randolph Mantooth, who played Johnny Gage.
Right.
And something...
Bobby Troop.
No, Teague.
Oh.
Teague.
Oh.
Do you ever...
Oh, Kevin Teague.
Kevin Teague.
Yeah,
Kevin Teague, whose real name... Now, check your paper there. Do you have his real name? Something Fishburne or...
Oh, Kevin Fishburne.
Kevin?
John Kevin Fishburne.
What was it, John?
Yeah.
John Kevin... That was his real name, but he went by Teague.
Teague.
Okay? He played that DeSoto guy. So, there was a scene. This house is burning, and there's a kid inside. And they got to send somebody in, And he puts all the gear on, this is the one. Now, he's the married one. He's the one that's got a family. He's married. I don't know if he has kids. And the other, his partner, is a single kind of the Playboy
Mm-hmm.
type
In the show.
in the show,
Yeah.
and he didn't go in.
No,
They send the
Family
married guy in. I'm like, really? It's just a stupid observation, but it was funny as shit. And then the doctors. Now there was a doctor on there. Let's see, I think his name was Bobby Troop.
Mm-hmm.
He played Dr. Joe Early, and the reason why Joe, because I remember the name. Well, anyway, his wife her name was Julie London, and she played the nurse on the head nurse on the show. And a lot of people don't know Bobby Troop wrote the song Route 66.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where he wound up on Emergency. Just crazy facts, man.
Wow.
Just crazy stuff, and this is what we do, and we watch stuff. We have some fun with it. We laugh, and I thought that was hysterical.
Yeah.
I really
And
did.
Papa always knows some crazy random trivia. All these
I
little
don't know.
tidbits.
Where does it come from? Why? I have stuff in my head. There's no room for anything else.
No.
Unless I can push some of this stuff out, I don't know how I continue. I can't remember shit. I can't remember things anymore. I really, I have a hard time remembering certain actors' names. That's why I have to have a little cheat sheet here to write some stuff down. And I didn't write some stuff down. That's why I had to ask her, because I think I put it on her paper and not mine. But yeah, just fun stuff, man. And we're just like I said, we're having a good time. We hope you guys are having a good time with us. We're still trying to figure stuff out. I know we've been doing this a while, this part, but we are still trying to figure some stuff out. It still isn't easy, man. It's not.
No, but it's a good time.
We're having fun with it, but man, it's hard. It's hard. Some of the stuff is hard, and I know a lot of people, a lot of the pros who do podcasting, they have a guy that runs the soundboard, and they have a guy that runs the videos that can, while they're talking, put a video up,
Yeah.
We have to go in and edit it all, and try to figure it out. And something that takes a guy who knows what he's doing 10 minutes takes me, 3 hours, But, we're trying to figure it all out. And we hope, well, it's obvious that Papa Mojo has found an audience.
Yeah.
There's no question there. We're so excited to hit 10,000. That is going to be so key. What we're waiting for, and we don't know, and really we didn't start this to get 10,000 subscribers. I can tell you that right now. We didn't we didn't know this was going to happen. But we're waiting, I guess, from what I've read, how YouTube works, is that, like some of our shorts, now get this, some of the shorts do 1,500, 1,600 views, right? And some do 90. I just don't know how YouTube pushes out these videos.
Right.
I don't know how that works or why it works like that. We've had videos that I thought were absolutely phenomenal, funny joke, and it barely gets a view.
Yeah.
Then I've had some that were mediocre at best.
Some of them actually make me roll my eyes.
Yeah, but yet it gets 1,600.
Yeah.
Almost 2,000 views, and we don't know how that works or why. And as far as the audience is concerned, in order for this to really grow, what we need people to do for us, and we're just asking, would you please like, subscribe,
And share.
get your notifications,
Yep.
okay, and then share the videos, share the channel, share the video, spread it around, because you can't tell me that the joke, there's some jokes that are really funny and you'd want somebody to hear it. Send it to them, send it over, copy the link, tell them, look, this character's out there, he's telling a lot of jokes, and have some laughs. But we're trying to figure it all out, and hopefully it'll grow and get better. And I don't expect to wake up tomorrow morning and have 1 million subscribers or 100,000 or 50,000, but I'm hoping that we just continue to slowly grow, and people enjoy what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we got to work on, I think, what we have to do?
What's that?
We have to work on our characters, our Joe Bruno, And
Yeah, we've got to get back to his storyline.
his storyline.
We've got a lot of ideas.
The-
Just got to bring them to the board.
Bring them to the board. Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's what we're going to do, and we're going to try to do it. So listen, everybody, thank you again for allowing us to
come into your
come
space.
come into your space, either on your phone or on your computer or on your television. We're happy for that. Yeah, so hopefully that'll be something that we continue to do for you guys, and hopefully people get a few laughs. We're not that funny, but sometimes we are, sometimes we aren't.
Sometimes, like Papa, we think we're funnier than we are.
Sometimes
Papa thinks he's hysterical.
Papa Mojo.
Papa Mojo.
Oh my God, he
That's
is,
part of what makes the short so funny is the way that he laughs at himself.
his interaction. He tells a joke. He'll grab his stomach. He'll grab he'll go like this, or he'll go like this, and or he points behind him, and some of the stuff we're telling it what to do, and some we're not.
Some of it
I think it's
makes
just
up.
picking it up out
Yeah.
of context, and it's just an amazing, fun projects that we've been doing
Yeah,
with that
it
thing.
is a lot of fun.
And it really is. And so we want to do more. We'll probably drop this video. You guys will probably see it, today's what, the 14th?
Yeah.
So when you guys see this, it'll be obviously after the 14th, but it won't be that much after.
Yeah.
And then we're going to hopefully do another one in 2 weeks. We gather content and we write it down, and then we put it all together, and we come down here, and some of it's ad-libbed, some of it's written, and we just try to roll the punch.
Kind of like life.
Yeah, just like life is right. You're absolutely right, Moa. So listen, everybody, thank you again. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, future subscribers.
Absolutely.
Okay? And we'll just say peace and God bless, and everybody, man, stay safe, be well. And remember what Papa always says, man. Keep it funny.
Keep it kind.
Keep it kind. Keep it funny. Keep it kind. That's Papa Mojo, man. Peace.
Laugh track echoes like a storm in a tin. Papa Mojo's got a grin so thin, jokes so sharp they could slice through air. Pull up a chair if you dare. It's Papa Mojo's Comedy Corner tonight. Laughs so wild they'll take flight. Knee slappers and gut busters all in sight. Papa Mojo's Comedy Corner tonight. Bananas on the floor. Who slipped? Who fell? Punchlines ringing like a Liberty Bell. Why the chicken? Oh, you know the rest. But Papa's punchline, it's the best. Riddles and rhymes, puns that explode. Papa Mojo's humor, it's a bumpy road. Hold on tight, don't let go. Laughter's the only rule to know. It's Papa Mojo's Comedy Corner tonight. Laughs so wild they'll take flight. Knee slappers and gut busters all in sight. Papa Mojo's Comedy Corner tonight. So bring your giggles, leave your woes. Papa Mojo's where the good vibe flows. From snickers to roars, it's all alright. Comedy Corner, we own the night.